Recording. All right, you guys, welcome to, where's my calendar? What's today? The 20th of March. Wow. All right, so we have, 11 days left of the month, which is crazy. First of all, Amanda, I have to welcome you on the call because I know this is your first team call. Hey! Thank you for getting on. She's our newest team coach on the team, so that's exciting. All right. So anyway, today again is the 20th, so we have 11 days left in the month. So you guys have plenty of time to hit Success Club if that's your goal or whatever it is that you have for this month. We have so many awesome things going on. Hold on a minute. Sorry. Make sure these background noises are muted. 8-day session, our group is kicking butt. I love it, love it, love it, you guys. It's so, so good. So really excited about that. Obviously, Autumn's doing another group after this one, and it's coach exclusive for those who are selling or will sell a challenge pack starting now, well, actually starting Monday through April 23rd, I think it is. So that gives you plenty of time to either sell a challenge pack or sign up a coach with a challenge pack. And so that should obviously be a goal if that's what you're wanting to do, be in that group. I like that idea because it's actually putting coaches that are actually working coaches in there versus just people who are signing up just to be in the group, right? Or the discount coaches that, I mean, you guys see in the group, there's so many people posting in there that have no idea anything about the business. So the coaches that are going to be in this new group are probably more business oriented and going to be more filtered, I guess, so that we can kind of just focus on working on the business. Obviously, there's going to be a group for anyone that's doing any of Autumn's programs that anybody can join, customers, coaches. I think she's starting with Hammer and Chisel, and then what's next? 21 Day Fix Extreme. Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
I think it was Chisel, Extreme, and then Prepare to be Obsessed again.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
And then she was going to go into the 80-day obsession again.
Good. Okay. So that's a good idea too. If you're wanting to switch back to something else and not do 80-day obsession. I haven't decided, but I definitely want to be in that group just because I always want to learn more. Even 5.5 years in, like I'm always a sponge. Tell me, teach me. I want to know. So okay. So also Summit, you guys, is going to be here before you know it. Okay. So if you have a ticket, you have to obviously go, right? There is a reason why. There's a reason why it's important for a bazillion reasons. Number one, it's giving you tons of new skills, and you're going to hear from speakers, from top coaches to mentors to personal development people. You're going to get a bond with the team. You're going to get to experience everything that is Summit. I remember my first Summit walking away going, wow, okay, like aha moments. Aha. No, Cassie, I think you were there in Vegas, right? I mean, hello. It's like aha all over the place, and you leave and your business just changes because you believe and you understand what is possible with this business. So yes, it's an investment. Yes, you have to pay to get there. It's a huge production. It's worth every cent. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm doing research on places to find a team gathering for us to do Thursday, because I know that a lot of people weren't going to be there on Wednesday, like we were last year, Wednesday evening last year. So this year I'm going to do Thursday kind of late afternoon, maybe brunchish, like not necessarily brunch hour, but kind of like, I don't know. I'm going to figure that out. So I'm researching places. If you guys know Indianapolis and like this place that we have to go to, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just all over Open Table and different places. So we're going to have a team get together. So that being said, Super Saturday is coming up April 7th or 6th or 8, depending on where you are. And it's like a mini summit. It's a few-hour event. Get there. The importance of the events is very important. So get there if you can, right? And there's so many new things coming out. I don't even know all of them, but obviously the bars launch on that same day. And I don't know which Super Saturday you're going to, but a lot of them are getting the bars so you can actually try them. Purchase, actually Atlanta, you have to purchase them, whatever. So that's reason enough, right, to get there and actually try our brand new product that's going to be awesome. So excited about that. 2 new programs coming out, one with Joel, and the Latino trainer. And then To Be Mindset obviously is coming out in May, which is going to be huge. The test group seems to be doing really awesome with it. And it's different than anything we've ever had before. So I'm sure there's going to be some surprise announcements too. So all the reason to be at Super Saturday to learn firsthand right at the minute it comes out, whatever these announcements are. Okay. I just spilled a lot of stuff out. Dan is going to Madison and see Carl, my boyfriend, Carl. Okay. All right. So tonight's call, I wanted to kind of go over one of the skill sets, quote unquote, that is not necessarily one of our vital behaviors, but it's something that you have to do if you're wanting to grow and have a business. And that is fortune in the follow-up, right? This is huge. And this is one that's easily missed because it's not a vital behavior, but it should be. Because the numbers, and then this is crazy to say, but it takes typically 6, 7, 8 times speaking with someone before they agree to commit to their health or commit to a business or commit to whatever it is that you're talking to them about, whatever void they need in their life filled. Because it's a big decision, number one, to take a leap. There's a few times you'll have that one person that you talk to and immediately they sign up and it's like, amazing. But that's very few and far between. It's usually exposing and talking to someone over and over and over again. And, not necessarily convincing them, but giving them all the information that they need for them to finally make the decision, whether it is to start their health and fitness journey or whether it is to start their business. So I printed out some stuff, and this is crazy because I did a call on this a long time ago. It had some great bullet points, and I can't find my notes anywhere. I spent like 2 hours before this call looking for them, and I don't know where they are, so I had to come up with some new stuff here. But I printed this out. Eric Worre's website, the networkmarketingpro.com, which is a great community to be a part of. Obviously, Eric Worre is Mr. Network Marketing guru. And like he basically said, 9 times out of 10, a prospect won't sign up after one time talking to them, right? You have to educate and let them fully understand what it is that you're offering them before they're going to finally make a decision. You guys, I'm talking to some people that I've been talking to for 2-3 years. And then they're finally ready. Sometimes it's the timing. It's not necessarily you. It's not necessarily the product. It's not necessarily something. It might be just the person. It's not the right time for them. When you're talking to them, maybe they're going through a life crisis and it's just not the right time for them. And they're not going to tell you that necessarily. So showing that you care about the person regardless if they sign up with you or not is in the follow-up. And that's following up with the business or the, health and fitness or just in life, right? Just genuinely showing people that you care about them regardless of the outcome. So this one right here says, I'm reading this, sorry you guys. Do what you said you would do. And this is a great thing. So if you're talking to someone and, they reach out to you and they're like, I see your post or I saw your post about wanting to lose 10 to 15 pounds and I'm interested. Can you give me some more information about that or whatever? And you talk to them, you ask them questions, what their goals are, and get to know them and figure out what program will be right for them. And a lot of times it's this. I'm going to talk to my spouse. I'm going to talk to my dog, my lawyer, whoever I need to talk to figure out if this is something that I'm going to do, right? This is when you set up the next appointment and say, you know what, I'm so glad you're going to talk to XYZ because this is an important decision for you. So how about I contact you, I get back with you tomorrow around 8 p.m. to see if you have any more questions or if there's anything else that I can help you with to make a better decision or make a decision. So you're setting up the appointment with the person before letting them go. So you're actually asking permission. Can I get back to you tomorrow at what time? This. Yeah, so many times it's, let me check with the husband, let me check with my spouse, let me check with my mom, let me check with my dog, let me check with whatever. And, you know, not everybody has that support. So they're going to check with whatever. I mean, because sometimes, you know, finances are together or, you know, maybe those spouses are worried about the time that's going to be spent on the person working out or whatever. But they're going to have to consult somebody probably. So, you know, say, validate that they are, yeah, you probably should check with your spouse to make sure it's something you guys can both get on board with because you are going to be working out 30 minutes a day. You are going to be eating different probably. So check with them. That's great. And I will get back to you. So you're actually putting yourself back in the court of, I'm going to be following up with you. So do what you say you're going to do, right? You told them you're going to follow up with them tomorrow. So do that. So it's not weird when you go back to them and say, hey, I told you I was going to follow up with you to check to see what Brad said about you working out 30 minutes a day. How did the conversation go? What do you guys think about it? Just following up like you said you were going to. And if it's something that you know, need to like make notes and like put on a calendar and say, check up with so-and-so this time tomorrow so that you remember and do what you say you're going to do because you care about the person that you're talking to, then do that. I mean, that's, or put it up, get an app and use it that way or whatever. But it doesn't feel weird and it's not icky when you follow up with the person because you've already said you're going to do it, right? So like Eric Worre says, setting up the exposure over and over again. So if the conversation goes, yeah, I talked to Brad. We still haven't made a decision yet. We want to do a little more research or whatever and just, you know, figure out what it is they need answered and then say, you know, I think you should probably do your research because you want to know what you're getting yourself into, but I can provide any information that you need should you need more. But I'll let you, you know, do your thing and I'll get back with you on da-da-da-da. So you're continuing to set up the exposure, accept the appointment, set up the follow-up, and that way it's not just dead air. Because I know sometimes we get the crickets to where we're like, hello, you said you were interested. I don't understand why you're not responding. Or you just basically said, not right now. If they say not right now, say that's legitimate. I completely understand this is a big decision. I would love to check back with you in like a month or so just to check in to see how you're doing, just to see how you're doing with your health and would that be okay, that sort of thing. So you're setting up, again, a follow-up maybe a month later, and maybe the time is right then. Maybe that's when they're like, I finally am ready to commit. And usually they're not going to be like, I don't want you to follow up with me again. If they don't want to, then that's okay too. Let them say, no, I don't want to hear from you again, and then move on. That's one person that doesn't want what we have, and that's okay, right? So, again, our job is just to educate our prospects about the opportunity to decide whether it's for them or not. It's not to, and I think sometimes we feel like we're the convincing business to convince people that they need what we have, to convince people to join this business. And it's not. It's to present the information, it's to present what we have, and then for them to make a decision whether or not it's for them. And if it's not, that's fine. You still love them and you still are friends with them and you still, whatever. They're just not fitting in this, and that's okay. So, all right. So, like you said, again, it's typically going to take 6 exposures for the average person to join. So you can't, And think about it for you too. If you're making a big decision in life, how long does it take you to decide something? Maybe you are the person that just signs up on something right away, but maybe you're the person that does take your time and try to figure out whether or not you're ready to commit, right? So just remove yourself from that outcome of whether or not it happens and just continue to follow up with people. So I went to another site here. Let's see. I don't like that. Okay, so this one says follow up in 48 hours. So that's a good time versus 24. So it just depends on your gut feeling and who you're talking to. But again, giving them 48 hours to consider whatever it is that you are wanting them to do or what they are interested in doing, letting them talk to their spouse, letting them talk to their friends or whoever, and then going back to them and being prepared when you go to follow up, right? So, and obviously show how passionate you are for them to start whatever it is. If it's a business, whether it's get healthy and fit or whatever, just show how passionate you are that they are even considering it. And at the end of the day, if they don't, then that's okay. But all right, let's see. And this says the same thing. Always continue to plan your follow-ups with people. So, sorry, husband's in the background doing all kinds of stuff in the kitchen. So you hear that. That's life, right? All right. So again, I'm so bummed because I have this book. It's How to Follow Up with Your Network Marketing Prospects. And I haven't read it in a long time. I was kind of going through it. Some of the stuff's really good. Some of it's just okay, to be honest. But I just think it's really, really important to figure out a system for yourself. Like when you talk to someone, following up with them. And again, like I'm literally talking to people over and over and over again for months and years. And maybe they'll never even decide, and that's okay. But, and I think a lot of times a missing link too is trying to get them off the decision cliff. Like, I want it, but I'm not ready to. And then the get over your damn self audio that I'm listening to, I need to re-listen to that part because that's the missing link. I think a lot of times is, okay, they're interested. They're not telling me no. They're interested, but how long are they going to dangle there? How long are they, how can you move them through the pipeline of actually saying yes? And that's where the questions are. What, to the person, Sally, you've shown a lot of interest in getting healthy and fit. You seem to really feel like these products and these programs can help you. What have I not given you to make a decision? What missing link have I not given you for you to actually decide? What is it? Because there's obviously something that, and that's like a lot of times with coaching too, is a lot of times, people sit there for 6 months and you're like, what is the one thing that's holding them back? And if that question's not asked, then you're not going to know how to overcome the objection, because there is an objection, because there obviously is an objection because they haven't pulled the trigger. And it's maybe that one little tweak of, I don't think I'm confident enough to do this. And that's a lot of people thinking, I'm not confident enough to do what you do because I just don't believe in myself. Maybe they just need that extra, oh my gosh, I don't have my crap together, but somehow I do this. If I can do this, so can you. I promise you I'll be there every step of the way, or whatever it is that is that missing link. And I think that asking the question, what is it that's holding you back from this? What is the one thing what can I provide for you to get over whatever it is? Because you're sitting in this limbo of a decision. Either make your decision or not, right? Like, figure out what it is that we can overcome together, because if you have the objection, then the people that you're going to talk to eventually, if you do decide to do this, are going to have the same objection. So if we can overcome it together, then you can help the person you're talking to later to overcome the objection. But okay, I'm tangent. So what do you guys do with follow-ups? Do you have some sort of system? Do you have something you say particularly to people?
I've just been doing, I don't remember what call it was on. Maybe it was the one call where you shared Julie Boris's stuff where she asked, no, I just lost it. I had a message open. I talked to him, like whatever it is that we're talking about, and then I asked them, do you have any more questions for me before you make your decision? That's what I've been asking. If that's where, if I have to do that.
Keep asking questions. Those are the questions.
But like right now I have a girl who like literally won't open up her messages, and I keep following up, and I don't want to send her any more messages because I feel like I'm tapping her. If she's not opening them, then when she does, there'll be like, if I send too many, she'll be like, oh my gosh, so. But that's usually what I do.
And the one guy I had today, he's been following us for a year or more, and I didn't even know he's out there lurking around, but you can't see who's seeing your videos and stuff. And then today, out of the blue, he's like, hey, this looks like a good deal. Talk to me about it. Here's my phone number. And I was like, okay. So it was like, I pounced on it right there and said, hey, when can we get together? And tomorrow night, we're going to hook up on a phone and talk for a while. This guy for 25 years, but this ought to be interesting. You never know. I'm telling you, you got to post your stuff so people can see it, because there's been times where I'm like, nobody's even looking at my stuff. Why am I doing this? And then, down the road, you're like, people come back all the time. And, I got a local guy here that's fighting cancer. And he's like, you guys are totally inspired. I didn't even know this guy existed. He was the lieutenant governor here. And he's like, I didn't even know, you guys are so inspiring what you do and so on and so forth. And, it was one of those days where you're like, why are we seeing this stuff? Why do we keep doing this? It's just like, it comes out of nowhere sometimes. So you got to keep after it. You don't know who's out there watching.
So true. It really is. It's really, really crazy because it's funny. I went to my niece's birthday party. What was it? A couple weeks ago. And a girl I went to high school with, she lives in the same town as my brother and sister-in-law. And she's like, oh, I just love living through your post and da-da-da. I'm like, I didn't even know you were on Facebook anymore. Like, you never like anything at all, like ever. She's like, yeah, I just kind of like, I lurk. I never like anything, never comment. It's the crazy thing about social media is that you put it out there, you don't know who sees it. And that could be a good thing or bad thing. Sometimes I'm like, oh my God, did I just really post that? But yeah, so okay, so this thing right here, this says, so obviously having more prospects is a good thing, because when you're busy talking to too many people, you're not attached to the decision of any particular person, right? So you're not too busy deciding which of your prospects are ready now. Let's see, you're not asking or begging or pleading for prospects to join. Instead, you simply show the prospects that you are going somewhere and they can join you, or they can be left behind. I don't know if I like that. I don't like the way that it says that. I'm not leaving anybody behind, but anyway. But it's all about the posture, I guess, what this person's saying, this guy, Keith and Tom. But the posture about when you're going in and not, like, I don't need you to join this kind of thing. Like, I want you to for your own good, what's in it for you. And that's another thing with Get Over Your Damn Self. What's in it for the person that you're talking to? And it's not about you. It's about who you're talking to and what's in it for them. And that posture, when it's that posture, it changes everything. So the follow-ups aren't begging and pleading. They're, I really want to offer you this to change XYZ that you told me about, that you really, really wanted to get off your medications. You really wanted to have more energy. You really wanted to lose that 10 pounds. You really wanted an opportunity that would give you an outlet to make more income. You really, whatever it is. And, go back to that whenever you're talking to the person, like, I'm following up with you because you really showed interest in wanting to get off the medication, and I really want to help you with that. So I wanted to see if you had made a decision on whether or not you wanted to move forward with that. So that's kind of the language too, of reverting back to what's in it for them. Putting it out there. That is the reason why I'm coming back to you, not because I need you. I don't need you to sign up because I need successful points. I don't need you to sign up so that I can whatever. What's in it for you is that this could change your life, and I wanted to re-offer it back to you. Go ahead.
The other things you can do too is you can almost take it away from them. I mean, anybody that fishes knows if you pull that lure away a little bit, that'll get that fish kind of wait a second. Man, I'm going to get left behind here. And it's just kind of an instinctive reaction. If somebody feels like it's getting taken away from them a little bit, I'm really busy for the next week or so. Sometimes they'll jump right on you. You have to be ready to play that card if they respond. But that's, like you said, if the door is open, you got to put yourself in that doorway, whatever it is, to fill that need.
That's kind of what she says. What's her name? Romy? And get over your damn self. She's like, clearly, like, okay, so you get the crickets. We all get the crickets. So you get the crickets, and you're like, you go back to the person. Hey, Sally, like, this is clearly not a good time for you. You're obviously really busy. So I wanted to just say, it's okay that this isn't right for you right now. And that's when you can kind of ask for referrals. But do you know of anybody who might be interested in losing 10 pounds or might be interested in an opportunity to where they can, improve their finances or whatever? But going back and saying, clearly this maybe isn't right for you, and just reiterate, because if they're not getting back to you after 6 or 7 messages, like, at all, and you see they've read it, you can just put it back there and say, hey, it's okay. Like, I'm going to love you anyway, but clearly this is not the right time for you, and I don't want to continue to bug you. So just lay it out there, right? And then there's another one, like, hey, I was kind of worried because you were really interested in XYZ. You were really interested in wanting to get off the medications. You were really interested in wanting to feel better. And I haven't heard back from you, so I want to make sure you're okay. I just want to make sure you're okay, because you really seem to want XYZ, and you're all of a sudden just falling. And I want to make sure that life is okay. Like, in general, are you okay? And usually they're going to come back and tell you, oh my God, I've just had so much going on. I just haven't had the time to get back. And then that way you can think, okay, life happens. I just want to make sure that you were okay. So let's see what time it is, 8:30. So the whole basis of the call was, yes, you have to follow up. Yay, Cassie. Awesome. Very good. Okay. Yes, and you said people are always watching. It's very true. Husband. Oh, I understand. Trust me. And I was listening briefly to Danielle Matoni today. She was on the Beachbody Champions page, and she was like, she didn't run out of the gate with having super success, even though she's had massive success. But she said the one thing that sets her apart from a lot of coaches, and majority is that she shows up every single day. Consistency. Whether somebody in her family is sick or whatever the circumstances is, like every single day she shows up, and I'm thinking, if anything from myself, like that's the only thing that I've done since day one. It's been consistent. Like that's it. Like I don't have any secrets. It's just like every single day. I mean, sometimes you're like, I don't have it in me. I don't have anything to say. I don't have whatever, but showing up, following up, talking to people every single day. Is it easy to do that? Not really. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. People, yes, conversations I did. Okay, so back to that. You might have just signed up. I know, Amanda, you're newly with us, and some of you just mainly. Okay, say, hey, Lee, so just mainly use Facebook or Instagram, can't use people. Yes. The old school days before social media, coaching was around, so people did actually talk face-to-face and that sort of thing, even like emailing and stuff like that. But primarily, most people do connect with people on social media and via message, via post, via whatever. But back in the olden days, people did just, somehow grow their businesses from talking to people face to face. And then I think like really old school way was getting a lot of people in a room, like events, like kind of like summits or Super Saturdays, or like getting not hotel rooms. Okay, sorry, I cracked myself up, and guys, okay, hotel, like, you know what I'm saying, like the big hotel conventions or whatever rooms, not actual hotel rooms, and invite people to see presentations. So Diana, thank you for laughing. So everybody else is looking at me like I'm crazy. And invite people that way. But primarily these days, it's a lot easier to get on social and connect with people via just in general with life. It doesn't always have to be Beachbody, right? Just connecting on a personal level, starting out, sometimes it's easier just to meet new friends, and then from there build a relationship to move on to invite to. So JL, a lot of people in person. Yeah, so she prefers it in person, and it's natural for her to connect in person versus social. But you have a great social presence on social media, but yeah. So it's just whatever's works best for you. But generally speaking, you can connect with more people via social media versus just everyday life. If that makes sense, right? So anyway, I hope that answered your question. But going back to what was up? Okay, so Diana had said names of people she's going to message. Again, literally, I've been doing this for 5.5 years. I've got pages and pages and pages of names of people I've been in contact with. And I can't say 100% that I've been perfect with staying with every single person and following up with them, but it's not a bad idea to go back to these lists of people that I've talked to, even if it was like day one when I first started. Because at some point in their life, they were interested in this for some reason, but life changes like crazy every single day. So why not reconnect with them? Even just a hello. Oh my gosh, I remember connecting with you like 5 years ago. I just wanted to check in and see how you were doing with that goal that you had. I've noticed that you've XYZ on Facebook. So I don't know, just continuing to talk to people and keeping these ongoing lists of people who you've talked to, right? And then continuing to follow up. So how does it sound overwhelming to keep talking to people? But that is the nature of our business. It's a relationship business, and to continue to help people, right? Any other questions? What's working for you guys? Any wins for the week? This is one of my biggest struggles, connect one-on-one. So you do better with the phone? Or not do better with, no. Let's see. Some people do better with the phone. I don't like the phone, but a lot of people do. And it's a little more personal than talking, than via Messenger. So if that's working, if that's what's going to work for you, then by all means, whatever is going to work for you. I wanted to say, okay, Dan, like you put your before and after picture on social today. OMG. I don't know that I've ever seen that. That was amazing. Truly incredible. If you guys need to go check out his Facebook. Like, I don't know that I've ever seen your before picture, but awesome. Incredible. I just had to shout that out. Okay, so that's cool. Social team builder. Are you new first time? Okay, so that's why I've never seen it before. Oh my God. Okay, I truly did not. I had never seen that, and that's really, really impressive. You are a true inspiration. So congratulations. I'm sure you had a ton of people reach out to you. So holy moly! And those planks you do, like for 20 minutes. Are you kidding me? How does one do that? Okay, insane. Good for you. All right. Oh my. That is insane. I'm sweating over here. 32 minutes. Okay. That's great. Okay, well that explains the abdominal section that has melted away. Good for you. All right. So, hey, here's a oh, they're there. They're there. Let's see. You're good. Yeah, plank goals for sure. Good crap. Okay, so don't always do homework, but I thought, hey, let's challenge each other. Go back to the last, I don't know, 20 people you've talked to. Maybe you haven't talked to 20 people, that's fine. And just follow up. Just a simple, I just want to check on you to see how you're doing with whatever it was that you had contacted me about or we had talked about whenever it was, a year ago, 2 months ago, a week ago. And I wanted to see if now maybe the right time for you to go forward with getting to that, whatever it is. Just make it simple. Think about the person. Think about what it is they needed filled in their life and ask how they're doing with it and if now is a good time for them to move towards that. Easy, right? And then they might be like, oh my gosh. And this happens a lot. Going back to following up with a person. Oh my God, I was just thinking about you. I was just thinking about the program and I'm ready now. Thank you for remembering and thank you for following up with me and thank you for, not forgetting about me, right? Because you didn't forget about me because I didn't sign up. And I think a lot of times people feel that way. If you don't follow up with them, they're thinking, well, you just threw me out in the trash because I didn't sign up with you, right? So show that you care about the reason that they were interested to begin with and go back to that. And I'm sorry, I get so distracted. I love your chandelier, Debbie. It's so pretty. It's sparkles. Was this helpful at all? Okay, I'm getting some nods. That's good. All right, what else do we have? What wins did we have this past week? or that are coming up. Now, we've had some wins. And we're going to have some more. Yeah. Okay, so we had our sneak peek. What was that? 12 pounds. Hello. Amazing. Congratulations. Holy moly. And I know for a lot, it's hard to move the scale sometimes with this program because you're gaining muscle, and so losing that's amazing. Very, very good. I bet you feel good too. So we had our sneak peek, which was really amazing last week. It was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I want to plan on having one again, like an hour one, because it was really successful. Like, it was really, really good. And I have a lot of people that are super, super interested. And it's, again, just getting them over the hump. But a lot of what I'm getting back feedback-wise is, oh, my God, there was so much information. There was so much that I'm still trying to go through it all. So I figure we'll do an hour one again so that some people, they can just go bam, 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 go through like 7 or 8 videos and be done versus spread out through 3 days. Because I think some of the people that I added were like, I am so overwhelmed. There's so much information. So anyway, I'm planning on doing that Sunday at 8 Eastern time. So I'll create the event tomorrow if you guys want to be a part of that. And I guess it's just different for each person. Sometimes people like it spread out over time. Some people want it all at once. So I figure offer both, right? All right. Anything else before we go? Talk about Super Saturday. Yeah, so there's a new super trainer, and I don't remember her name. I don't know if he said her name yet. Did he? I don't think so. So I'm wondering if we're moving to Mexico soon too. I don't know. I'm just speculating. But yeah, that's really exciting because that's going to appeal to a lot of people. So that's really, really exciting. Now, if they could just do one in French. Canada. Again, I'm just speculating. But I mean, like, I don't understand, like, if we can go to Canada and we can go to the UK while we can't go to Mexico. Right? I don't know. I know eventually, like, the goal is to go everywhere, but free trade. So maybe that'll be one of the announcements. I don't know. We'll see. I'm really excited for Saturday.
You know, Natalie?
Yeah.
One of the things I've been doing is kind of working on the cold list. You wipe your warm list out and you start working on the cold list. I've kind of found a way to just find endless people. I mean, more than you could ever handle. I mean, I messaged 8 people today, a couple of them in the UK, that, you know, they express themselves. But we're not all perfect. And they express themselves differently than, hey, I need to lose some weight, or I need to do this, or I need to do that. You have to kind of look at the way that a lot of folks in the UK don't even talk the same way we do. You know, their language is a little off in the English to us, or ours is off to them. I'm not sure which it is. But, you know, just in the search part of this, spelling the word lose and loose, you know what I'm saying? People misspell things. So I started searching the misspelled words, and that's where I'm finding all these people. It's amazing because all the proper ones have been wiped out already. So if I need to lose weight or lose weight, if you lose weight, there's just tons of people in there. You know, there's just different ways to look at it. And, you know,
like he goes out on the Facebook search engine and types in, I want to lose weight, and he finds people that are like
or
like literally saying, "Can somebody please help me?"
or I'm hella fat or something. It's just amazing how many people are out there and they're screaming out help. And you skim through their stuff real quick to see who commented on that, and it's a lot of "you just need to eat vegetables, bro," or whatever. And it's like none of these people are coaches. You can just tell right off the bat that nobody's giving them any good information or good feedback. And then you interact with them for a couple of days, and they come back with something that puts yourself in that doorway that fulfills that void. And they have to look at you. They have to. It's right there in their face. And when all you're doing is saying, "Look, I'm here. I can help you out with whatever you need, or if you ever want to talk about any of this or whatever." And it's amazing how many responses you get back, because you're not really blindsiding them, because they've actually come out and asked for help with a question mark, or made a bold statement saying, "I need to lose weight off my, fat." They'll spell fat wrong or whatever. And there's just tons of people. It's unbelievable how many people are out there. And I think a lot of times people are looking for people in the correct way. Here in this state, we have a hiking and mountaineer club, and they have their own website, or not website, but a page. And that's just littered with people that, eat granola and wear socks in the mountains. I mean, that's just what's out there. So it's tough when I hear people say, "Well, my warm market dried up, and everybody else already has a coach," or whatever. I mean, we haven't even put a scratch in this. I mean, literally not even put a scratch.
It's true. It's so true. The surface hasn't been scratched at all. Like, it's insane. It really is. So, yeah.
Coach Jimmy Nelson, Hayes, he put on a training, I don't know, a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago. Yeah. And he talked about how to develop your cold market and work with your warm market. I mean, most of us haven't touched about 3 or 4% of our warm market, and we don't even know what our warm market is or where to find these people. And he really went into some detail with that. I think the training's still out there someplace on a YouTube somewhere, or maybe even on his page. But he's a master at that stuff. I mean, he's got so many things going on at one time, it's not even funny. And he says, if you can message 50% of your warm market in a week, you haven't touched it. So there should be 50% that you can never, ever touch. And I totally believe that. I mean, it's just nonstop. The people that you wouldn't think would be interested are the ones that are going to become interested once they find out what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
They see that you believe in yourself.
Yeah, it's true. I did that post last week about losing 10 to 15 pounds or whatever. Would you be interested? And people were coming out of the freaking woodwork. I mean, that simple little question. And I'm like, I didn't know you would have 10 to 15 pounds to lose. Like, and somehow, I mean, signed a couple people up with challenge packs, but again, you just don't know. I mean, like, and again, the majority of the population needs health and fitness, right? Let's be real. So yeah, we haven't even scratched the surface, which is exciting, but it's also sad. Like, it's exciting for our business, but it's sad that there's so many people out there that don't have their solution yet. But obviously that's our motto, to end the trend. All right, you guys, 10 till. You guys have anything else? Anything you want to talk about next week? Let me know. If you know of a team or a coach or somebody that you want on our team call and you want to reach out to them, feel free to invite them. Again, we have Christina Delgado, April 8th. Again, my calendar's buried somewhere. But I think the second week of April, Tuesday. I can't remember. It's in the team page. But is it the 3rd? Is it the 3rd? I don't know. It is the 3rd. Thanks. I'll be in Georgia that week. Where in Georgia? Gainesville. Okay, cool. All right, guys. Anything else before we hang up? Obviously, if you want on the picture, put your face on if you're not already on. Ah, beautiful faces. Meredith, do you want your face? That face, that face. Okay. All right, you guys, on 3. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we have a good looking team, man. All right, thank you guys for getting on. And again, if you have anything that you want to talk about anytime next week or anytime, just let me know. I don't know what we always need for our team, so I'll just kind of fill the team page out and fill you guys out. So just feel free to let me know, and that way we're serving each other with what it is that we need. So love you guys. Have an amazing rest of the week, and see you later. Bye.